EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's the Cowboys going up against the Steelers. So with that, let's get up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. On the call, here are Brandon Dodge and Sean Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we saw Larry focus on the tight end matchup in his open. You think it's one to watch, don't you?
Definitely one to watch because these guys can create such big plays by all the different things they can do. Line up out wide, in the slot, line up in a normal tight end position, and then who are you going to cover them with? Is it a linebacker, a defensive back? They create mismatches all throughout the game.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Heinz Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. As the Cowboys take the field, they're led out by the AP Offensive Rookie of the Year, and that's Dak Prescott. And while that's a great award, he had a great season. For Cowboy fans, the season ended shy of where they wanted to, but still a lot for them to build on going forward.
And as time goes on, I think those Cowboy fans will reflect on the season. And when you look back at the game that they lost, when they lost to Green Bay in the playoffs, you realize Dak Prescott played really well in that game. So that's got to give them a lot of hope going forward. But I thought the best moment so far in the offseason outside of winning the Super Bowl, Dak Prescott winning the Rookie of the Year award and saying Ezekiel Elliott should have half of this award. We should cut it in half because we should share it. That's pretty cool.
This offensive unit today, they're going to need depth.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's got time. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end, and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. Now Brown. Oh, look at the juke. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And we shift our attention to the Pittsburgh Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger, Charles, a man who could become the next 50,000-yard passer in the coming season. Would have had his 5th 4,000-yard individual season last year if it wasn't for the couple of games he missed.
I think his consistency is something we have to start talking about because we talk about being one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and there's really no doubt about that. But just him answering the bell year after year, putting up those kind of numbers, and leading one of the best offenses in the league. Also, remember Big Ben as a younger quarterback, moving out of the pocket, taking the hit, shrugging.
It's caught inside the 25. And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. Time for the offensive starters now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and a guy to watch out wide, Sammy Coates.
A slow start in his rookie season, only caught 1 pass in 2015. They're expecting much bigger things from him, trying to help out that offense. If he can get open, you know his quarterback will find him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll go again with Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
When at his best, Orlando Scandrick is one of the top nickel cornerbacks in the NFL. So they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Hayward Bay has it over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That too.
Throwing. Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. A glance back at 2016 for Dez Bryant. 50 receptions, under 800 yards, had 8 touchdowns. What do you make of the season that Dez had?
Well, remember, it started for him to get started. I'm going to make a bold prediction for you. Would not shock me at all if he doubled his catch number next year and darn near doubled his receiving yardage total. Because if he's healthy all year long, they're going to want to take some pressure off of the run game themselves. And Dak Prescott in his 2nd season should be that much more confident throwing it downfield.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back, what do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it, right?
It's really fascinating at what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
One man in the backfield, Elliott, and they'll give it to him here. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been, and in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words, you leave your defense on the field, prepare for them to possibly go for it, and then you just have a little bit different responsibilities. You're not really trying to get a big return. You just want to make sure you get the ball back. But they fell asleep at the switch.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. This is Elliott. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now Prescott. And he is going to go down.
run it. They decide to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal, but partner, that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
On the return, it's Niall Davis. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here
we go.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Sammy Coates has it complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So a field goal apiece, that's all we have here in this 1st quarter. It's a tight game here early. More from the Steel City coming up after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He'll get the football here. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. James has it. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jesse James, 58 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll come out in the pistol. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They keep on the ground with Elliott. What a spin. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd down, Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Here's Prescott. He's It's Williams. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
First down, Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Elliott. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
So second and goal here from the 9. They'll try again with Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down. One back is Morris. And now it's second and goal. He's going to get the football. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Third and long for Prescott. Can't find anyone open. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Bailey able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Man open left side is Brown. 12 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. Brown finishing 2016 with over 1,200 yards, 106 receptions. Now for him, people were expecting maybe some bigger numbers, Charles. What did you make of Antonio Brown's season?
Well, what I made of it is that he started to get more help along the way. Jesse James developed at tight end. Once Le'Veon Bell got into the lineup, he started to catch passes out of the backfield and ate up a few numbers as well. So Big Ben had more targets to throw it to. That should help Antonio Brown going forward in 2017 because he'll still be the primary guy. But when you get help, well, you can make bigger plays downfield.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. 3rd down here. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Play clock winding down. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And it's 4th down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And, Charles, I know Ryan Shazier, who made that tackle, a youngster you like a lot.
I love him, and I liked him a bunch coming out of Ohio State because the more this game leans towards speed and less on bulk, that's where Ryan Shazier excels because of his ability to run down plays. If anything goes away from him, he'll chase it. A lot of the time, he can run with tight ends, running backs downfield and pass coverage. That only helps his outside linebackers like James Harrison and Bud Dupree get to the quarterback.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that looks like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Brown, the lone receiver left. Roethlisberger will throw. James has it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. To get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Roethlisberger on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll give the Steelers a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaughan alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nolan Carroll. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And out now come the Cowboys. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They give to Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And again, it's Elliott. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Steelers are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Cowboys just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Set up now, 3rd and 7. James has got the catch here, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. Cowboys ball early in the 2nd. Prescott's on point with the throw, and he'll end up at the 25-yard line before being tackled. But they end up coming away with just 3 on the drive. Steelers line up at the 41. Roethlisberger to Brown on the slant, and he'll be tackled at the 26-yard line. The offense would later throw a pick to end the drive. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to Pittsburgh for the second half.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
3rd down and 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two. Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
We've got a 3rd and 11. A give to the fullback on the down. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
That was a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. That's taken it around the 40. Well, being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger surveying the field. It's complete to Brown, right side. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Now Roethlisberger going to hand the ball. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Normally that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Well, he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got time in the pocket. And he's got Rodgers. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. In motion, James, the tight end. The play clock's running down. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come out here in the eye. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell taking it in. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Muscles him off. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
On 2nd down, Elliott. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Fresh set of downs here. Prescott looks to throw on first. He hits Beasley right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
3rd and long for Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Prescott finding time. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott letting one go deep for the end zone. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass without committing this penalty.
And if they would let them play with a little bit more contact and give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
First and goal. Defense with and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Let's go!
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They go play action here on first down. James has got it. Complete. A gain of 35 that time. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Bell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Charles, you think Big Ben is happy to have Antonio Brown on the other side of his passes?
You know he is, but he also expects it. This is how their offense runs best. When those two get together, especially early, and continue to do it throughout the game, the end result is the one that we're seeing right now. They're ahead on the board.
It has been early and often. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A give to Bell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
And maybe expecting a throw. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Another pistol look here. The give is to Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They come out here in the eye. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Bell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try again with Bell. And he'll get blown. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steelers defense getting ready here for this next possession. They're looking for one final stop here, put this game on ice. What's the message from the defensive coordinator here?
Don't overthink it. You know what you have to do. Let's get this game over with and get to the locker room.
Yeah, that's the key, right? Just get it over quickly. They don't want to deal with any extra time.
You don't want any extra time. You don't want to do something out of the ordinary that gives them an
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. But not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Prescott. He's got time. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Prescott. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Prescott now surveying the field. Still back there. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, that play certainly took a long time, and that's why a lot of coaches in training camp, they use a whistle or a horn at about 3 seconds because they want the ball in the hands of the quarterback. They want the play to develop quickly and get the ball downfield. This one had to go over 5 seconds holding on to the football, and then he ends up getting hit, and they have an incompletion.
Here's Prescott. He's got time in the pocket. And that's caught by Beasley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's got his man on the out route. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Prescott, a dump off to Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. One last shot now for Prescott. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off William Gay. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.